today we got a new topic for you guys. Again, people remaining anonymous. And remember, we do not judge anybody, but we got opinions, okay? Yeah. Now, this particular person right here is asking, am I the for not letting my children call their step-parent mom? Now, she says, my ex-husband and I divorced well over 5 years ago while I was pregnant. After my son was born, we both got 50-50 custody. I'm on good terms with my ex-husband, mostly because he's my child's father. My kid is now... That's weird. My kid is now. My ex has a wife, and I have a fiance. I am on perfectly good terms with his wife. My kid has recently gotten into the habit of calling his stepmom, Mom. Ooh. I haven't said anything, but I find it extremely disrespectful for 2 reasons. 1, I don't encourage my kid to call my fiance Dad because I respect his actual father. Instead, I encourage him to call him by his nickname. 2, I have changed his diapers, breastfed him, loved him, and so on. Kissing my son on the cheek, forehead is fine. Hugging my kid is fine. But in my opinion, she crossed a huge boundary. I called her and told her I don't feel comfortable with her encouraging my son to call her mom and that I'd like her to stop. She told me to stop being jealous, which I wasn't. I couldn't... Instant reaction.
Sorry, go ahead.
I could have stopped it a long time ago and acted all bitchy, but I didn't. When my son came over, I had a talk with him over him calling his stepmom mom. I told him that it hurts my feelings and that she isn't his actual mom. He understood, and when his stepmom came to pick him up, he didn't call her mom. Was I the asshole here? It just doesn't feel right to me to call your step-parent mom or dad when you have a perfectly respectable bio mom or dad. The edit at the end of this is, I'm still not comfortable with him calling his stepmom mom, and I'll continue to say it to my kid, but I've rethought my stance on the situation. And for those of you saying that I'm manipulating my own kid, that is not at all what I'm trying to do, nor did I do that, so please stop. Very colorful language, anonymous. Babe,
You can go first.
Okay, well, in this particular situation, I would say that she is the asshole. However, pause. I do feel like she expressed her feelings in a very mature way, seeing as how most of the time when it comes to the bio mom and the stepmom, the bio mom tends to be very immature in responses. What do you mean tread carefully? I'm giving you my opinion. Because I read a lot of these and so do you. The bio moms tend to not express their feelings on stuff very well. They tend to be hostile and aggressive and confrontational. Now, with that being said, I understand where she's coming from and it does make sense. However, I believe that if the child grows or learns to call their step-parent mom or dad, then the child feels like that person deserves that title. Now, I don't think you should force it on it. So, like, if she's encouraging it, whatever, right. But she shouldn't be forcing it on him. But it doesn't sound like it. He feels like that's his mom, so he calls her mom. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, me personally, I've had my son call his stepdad dad, and it's
stepdad.
See, now you're making it all personal. Anyway, ex-stepdad. I was trying to keep it mysterious. Point is, I went through the situation myself. Now, it is weird, and it did bother me, but I looked at it like this, right? He is, or was, providing a home, clothing, and, basic necessities met for my son, and, I can't argue that. At least from what I know and what I understood, he was good to my son. So if he felt like he could call him dad, it made sense to me. Is it weird? Yes. But that's my son's choice. I never was like, you don't call him dad. He's not your dad. I'm your dad. I was like, listen, I am your dad. But again, if the dude filled that role, you can't really argue. Again, I feel like that's on the child to make that call. You shouldn't force your child in either direction. What are your thoughts?
I was like spaced out. No, like spaced out on like thinking about my answer.
Stanley Water.
How do I go about this?
Verbally.
All right, so I think that she is the a-hole only because she felt the need to have a talk with him to try to sway him to call her something else. I understand, like, because I'm also a bio mom, so I understand that it may make you feel uncomfortable with your child that came out of you calling another woman mom. However, you also have to understand her side. Now, I'm not excusing the fact that she's probably swaying the kid into calling her mom, which she's completely in the wrong in that. So she shouldn't be manipulating the kid to call her mom, because that's something that should just come out of the kid, and that's it. It shouldn't come out of anybody else outside of the kid. Like, the dad shouldn't be like, oh, call her mom. But the stepmom shouldn't be like, oh, call her mom. It needs to come from the kid. That's not something that anybody should try to manipulate. If the kid comes out of nowhere and just decides to call that person a name that they feel that they deserve, you can't force somebody to feel differently.
Facts.
But I do feel like maybe the way that she went about it was a little jealous-like, because it was more like a defense type situation. Like, this is my son. Like, you shouldn't be called. Again, I don't know if she specified how long this person has been in the kid's life. Did she say how long?
A while. I mean, they were divorced for 5 years, so at least a couple of years.
Okay. So, I mean, if she was in his life at a very, very young age, and he's very familiar with her, like, also changing his diaper and, doing all the same things that you were doing, you did mention, 50-50 custody?
Mm-hmm.
So, if she was around 50% of the time, just the same as your ex-husband was, like, you can't really blame the kid. You know what I mean? I understand that it may make you feel uncomfortable, but you can't make the child call that person a name that didn't come from their heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna start calling my stepmom by her name because mom wants me to call her that, because that's how she feels and it makes her feel more comfortable, and it's about her feelings and not mine, so let me prioritize her rather than my feelings. That's not real life, because once that kid gets older and they end up realizing that you manipulated them into believing that they need to prioritize your feelings over their own, what are you teaching them?
Don't say that. Don't say that. Now, she warned you. Don't say she's manipulating her child.
It's manipulating. Again, I understand her stance in the situation, because I'm not negating that, it may make her feel uncomfortable. However, if that person has had equal time spent with your child, and that child has seen and spent as much time as you have with your child, they're gonna obviously create a bond and a relationship.
No way.
And have feelings for the person that's taking care of them when you're not around, and grow to build this relationship to the point of, oh, I also consider this person as a mom because this person also does the same things that my mom does. It's not taking away nor giving her more credit. It's not taking away from you because he knows that you're mom, but he also understands that this other person is doing the same duties as you when you're not around. I don't know how to explain that. Did I explain that thoroughly? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's going to feel how they feel. Like I said, I get where she's coming from because she at least went about, like, at least in the explanation in the post, she at least seemed like she went about it in a mature way, in the sense of like, look, this is how I feel. I don't like it. This, that, and the third. She didn't really come at the mom and cussed at her.
Yeah.
You know.
The stepmom, although, is an asshole for saying like, oh, like, stop being jealous. Like, that, we're not kids. You know what I mean? Like, we're adults. If the mom messaged you about it and said, hey, I don't feel comfortable with you making my child call you mom, I don't think her response was like the right way to go about it, because she's forcing her son to call.
She's not, though. She didn't say that. She
said that
she encouraged it.
She's encouraging it.
That's not forcing.
But if she's encouraging it, that means that there's some kind of conversation being had about her name and what's her title.
Well, again, I feel like I need more information. What's dad's stance?
All right, so
no, seriously, what's dad's
all right,
stance? What's the actual relationship like between the kid and the stepmom? Like, I'm just saying, I mean, she says she's cordial with the stepmom, right? So how do we not know that they joke? And she was like, oh, you're just being jealous, and she said it as a joke. But obviously, her Betty is, she's upset.
Yeah.
Which she's entitled to.
You're right.
I need more information.
So maybe, all right, let me backtrack. So maybe it's a situation where you guys have a good relationship, like the stepmom and you.
Mm-hmm. Which is rare.
But to come out of the blue and then, probably make the stepmom feel away because she's calling, the child's calling her mom. I get it. Like, you can't really, like, pop off on somebody because of a word that is being said.
And weird.
What?
Huh? Nothing.
Anyways, initially, you are the a-hole. Yes.
Indeed.
Case closed. You are the a-hole.